Hi, this is Lou from Lou's Antiques and Collectibles, and we buy and sell stuff at our two antique booths in the two antique malls that we're in. Maumee Antique Mall in Maumee, Ohio, and Plaza Antiques in Lincoln Park, Michigan. And we are here at Maumee Antique Mall to do a change in the booth again. We're going to pull out the St. Patrick's Day stuff and put in spring items, and I have a couple new displays to bring in. We got this new display thing here in Amish country and around Berlin, Ohio, I think it was area. So we're going to bring that in and move out a metal shelf, and I think I'm going to have a little bit of room for this little skinny one. I'm not sure. And then I have lots of spring items, lots of flowery things. So let's get this loaded up on the cart. And here's our cart here. And get it on in there. It's supposed to rain today, so I want to definitely get all this stuff in before that happens. So we got our cart loaded up. It's a little scary. So let's head on in. So we have got a cart full. I lost a little bit of it on the way, but it seems to be kind of secure now. So let's go on in and get to our spot. So here we are at the booth, and I got the St. Patrick's Day stuff in. In the back of the front section, I'm thinking about putting the new display shelf right where that taller shelf is, and there's one kind of on the end cap. I'm not sure if this is going to work there. Sometimes you got to move things around a little bit to figure out what's the best way to go. The thing is, if I pull that shelf out, I also got to pull that shelf out. But look at this. I put this over by my toys and where the dress form was, and it actually fits. So I think it's easier to move the dress form than to move all this shelving over here. So I think that's where I'm going to put it. And then that way I can leave all this shelving in place and still have it. Then I'll put the dress form over here where the light is. And then there's a section on the floor here where I can go ahead and put the light in where those baskets are. I'll have all that stuff up in the new rotating thing. So that'll be great. So we got to do some maneuvering. So I got all the toys up in this rotating thing. And boy, that looks good. And you can see the toys so much better than in a big basket on the floor. So I think this is going to work out really well for me. So that turned out awesome. I'm really glad I got that. But it took some maneuvering to get it in. And on the side here, I'm thinking about taking this little white shelf. I brought this as an extra and putting it on the side there, but I'm not sure if it's going to make it so my aisleway is not deep enough. I set it down there. It has to be about 3 foot to get around the booth, and it's cutting it close. So I don't think that's going to work. So that big table there is going to be leaving, but the shelf is not going to work there. So I'm thinking about putting that shelf on the side and putting this one in the front, and that's what I did. I put the white one in the front, and I put the one in the front on the side, kind of tucked underneath the table, and then I'll take that oak table home. So we got to do all this maneuvering before we could even start on the display. So right now we're starting on the display. We have some floral dresses on our dress forms here, and that purple one actually has been sold since I've recorded this. So that's good. Actually, I had 2 of them and they both sold. We pulled out a lot of the green, and now we have spaces here, and we're going to put in all the anything floral I put in there. Any kind of flower pattern object I put in there for spring. So believe it or not, even though the colors are different, I kind of stuck with pastels. It turned out quite nice. So, and in the back here, I put a tower of cups and saucers that are floral. And here is the front. And then on these end caps here, I put floral dresses, other than that sparkly thing. That'll get moved to the back eventually. And then on this side here, it's kind of a bit of a mess. So, but I'm going to be putting floral things there. So we're going to stick with our floral spring theme here. And here it is in the front. And that turned out quite nice. We put all our floral objects in there. And we have our end caps done. And let's take a closer look. So we left all our jewelry here, but we put in a floral dress, and I have some flower pins that we're going to be putting in there, and all kinds of floral ceramics and glassware in pastel colors for our spring display. And I actually sold that sign, that today sign. So that was good. That went quite quickly, and I had it forever, but because I put it in the front, it finally sold. So it's all about the display. You really got to work on your display to make good sales. So that's what we were doing today. And we have our earring display here still, and our necklaces. And on the side, we tucked that shelf kind of underneath and got rid of that table and put a little bench there on the corner and some other things. And that purple dress there, like I said, has already been sold. I actually had 2 of them. I sold them both. And then here's our end caps. And let's take a little tour of the booth. So there's our jewelry case. It was done several weeks prior to this. And we did pick up a little bit, but we could do more. But I love how the toys turned out with that tower there. I think that makes it so much nicer than baskets on the floor full of things. They can really see all the toys. So that was a really good move, I believe. And it has proven to be. It's been a few weeks here, and I have sold quite a bit of stuff off that. I put my dress form here by the other clothing. That turned out nice. Put a floral shawl on there. And here's our other objects and our color schemes. Blue, pink, and red. And this is the side. And this we didn't get to too much, but we'll get to these linens and signs. These toys remain pretty much the same. I was able to keep this display here and all my purses in the basket. And this is Lou from Lou's Antiques saying goodbye and see you again. Bye.